and I'm really thinking about trying to get into like performance reviews for basketball shoes, but I only wear like two basketball shoes, and they both are Kyrie's. So I have the Kyrie 4, I have Kyrie 5 right here. I do have PG 2.5s, but I have not worn those yet. Those are an exclusive pair, so I'm kind of wondering if I should wear them or just keep them dead stock. Anyways, on to the Kyrie 5. Now, I didn't do a performance review on my Kyrie 4, but that is probably one of my favorite sneakers, favorite basketball shoes of all time. That really gave me back my passion for basketball. Deadass. Like, when I dropped 120 on a shoe, 127 on a shoe, I was like, I have to play ball. Like, I've never spent more than $110 on a shoe. I've never spent more than like 110 on a shoe. I bought the Kyrie 4, and playing in that shoe, it was so comfortable. Traction was great. I didn't know how the traction was gonna work. All I knew was there was a Celtics colorway, that parquet colorway, and I was like, I have to get this because I'm a diehard Celtics fan. And I played in it. I loved it. I basically ran that parquet shoe into the ground. Still has cushioning in it, but not that I can use it. So that basically gave me my love back for basketball. That shoe is really special to me because, one, I got my passion back for basketball, and two, I had my first in-game dunks in the Kyrie 4, and my in-game dunk was tough. Moving on to his latest model, Kyrie, I believe, can finish his career with the best signature line ever. All the heat that he and Nike have put out have been 10s. There's not one shoe that doesn't hit. I mean, look at this. Look at the design of it. Of course, I wasn't at first feeling the back tab because they gave like the LeBron 16 the same thing, but at least they gave this one, I guess, a little bit more detail and a little bit more design. Plus you have, the all-seeing eye back there. The fly trap, they kind of F me over with the fly trap, because at first I thought the fly trap was something that could be pulled off because it's like fly wire connected on both sides. But as you can see here, it's just this side is sewn into the shoe, and then this is the side that's connected to the fly wire. So you can't like take off the fly trap part of it and have a traditional lacing system. It's just sewn into one side right here, sewn into the right side. 9, 10 out of 10. I love this freaking shoe. The colorways on this shoe are crazy. I know you guys have probably seen the Eket 5s already and all the other flavors Kyrie's cooking up. Design of the shoe is a definite 10. I've heard of some people getting some of their traction chipped off and like rubbed off and stuff like that. My prototype would definitely be slashing sharpshooter. So I move a lot on this traction. I really need traction to be good on this shoe. But as you can see on the traction right here, hopefully the camera focuses, at the top part especially, and I think even with the pads right here, some of the traction isn't connected, as you can see. Like parts right up here, these parts aren't connected to anything. So of course it's going to be a lot easier for when you're grinding against the floor for maybe a piece of rubber to get caught really hard and then rub off and then pause. But for me, that hasn't happened. Hopefully it won't happen because these are expensive. They are like $130. But that's the reason I think that most people are kind of complaining about some of the traction like falling off, just because it's not connected. So it doesn't have that strength, that durability. That goes for basically the material. I love the material. I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10 once again, because I haven't experienced that problem, but there is some like paint chipping or whatever. I can definitely see the wear and tear on the shoe. Moving on to the cushioning in this shoe. Now, if you all tried on the Kyrie 4, you know that shoe had great cushioning in it, full length air zoom unit. There's not much you can say bad about the cushioning in the Kyrie 4. The fact that this shoe takes it to an entire another level is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, as you all know, the best and most profound piece of cushioning system ever in a Nike basketball shoe. This is the most layered Nike basketball shoe ever. Zoom Turbo. This shit goes crazy. When you put your foot in this shoe, you can feel it. Like if you walk around for a minute, you feel kind of like you're bouncing up on this forefront, like your forefront of the shoe. So if you're one of those basketball players that plays a lot on their toes and you're looking for that responsive energy back, something like a Harden might have, because I tried on the Boost before, and the Boost feels good like all throughout the foot. But especially for the forefront, you're going to want to get this shoe. The cushioning in the back on the heel is great as well, but the Zoom Turbo, I played in these yesterday, I felt them, and honestly, I don't know if it was the Zoom Turbo, I don't know if I grew a few inches, I don't know if my athleticism was back and I just had a good leg day, but I went from, I can dunk the ball and I can dunk like sideways like that. I tried cocking back like a dunk, kind of like a Russell Westbrook. I cocked back a dunk and I threw that bitch down hard as hell. And I'm like, where did all this bounce come from? I don't know if it's the Zoom Turbo, but this shoe is ridiculous when it comes to cushion. Just put your foot in it and try out the Zoom Turbo and tell me you don't feel like that responsiveness. Now, I'm a size 12, so my Zoom Turbo unit is going to be a lot bigger than someone else's that's like a size 8 or something like that, but you're still going to feel that. So for cushioning, 12 out of 10. Now, a lot of people are talking about fit. Fit is true to size. I went from an 11.5, and then I started to notice that the Nike shoes don't fit me, and usually Nike shoes run narrow, so I just went up half a size to size 12 for all my Nike stuff, and that's been working out pretty well for me. Now, a lot of people have been saying that the fit on the shoe is kind of like, it's hard to get your foot in at first. My left foot usually like breaks into a shoe perfectly, seamlessly. My right foot, sometimes it feels like I'm kind of like dragging off the side of the shoe, like my foot's about to burst through the side of the shoe. Like I don't feel like my foot is like securely on the foot bed, but that's just because my right foot's bigger and it has to have more time to break in. It's not really hard to put on the shoe. All you really have to do is just unlace the bitch. Like that's all you have to do. So I tried unlacing the first two, right? I put on my left foot. I put out the shoe on my left foot. I unlaced the first two, slid it in real easy, right? So I did the same with my right. Unlaced the first two sets right here and tried putting it on. That shit would not budge. Like I could not get my right foot in it. Now there's like a little tip I'll give you guys for the fly trap. This fly trap, if you loosen it up properly, you can basically push this fly trap down and also pull this fly trap up. I don't know if you can do it now after you've already laced them. But yeah, you can't really do it now. But once you get the shoe, you can like pull the fly trap through. See something like that? See, pull the fly wire through, and then the fly trap sits down, and then you just pull the fly trap up. So you can try doing that, but that's just a little tip. But since my right foot wasn't fitting, I had to go further down into the fly trap lacing unit and basically pull up these laces, pull up these laces, pull up these laces. And it was still kind of tight, but of course it was a lot better. And I got my foot in the shoe. I tied it up securely. One thing I love about the shoe is having that ankle support, that heel fit, making sure I know that my ankle is secure. That's why I play in high tops. I can't play in low tops. Mid cuts and high tops are it for me. I want to feel like my ankle is secure. These definitely make me feel like my ankle is secure because it really is. The lockdown is great in this shoe. But for the people that are just saying that it's too hard to get on, unlace the shoe, all right? Spread it out if you have to. Stick your foot in there. Give it some time to break in and you'll be straight. But that's my review on the fit. The fit, I'd give a 9 out of 10 because, of course, it was a little tight. But once you just unlace it and put your foot in, take your time. You know, some things take patience in life, okay? So take your time with the shoe. You're gonna be so happy that you did. That's just my little Kyrie 5 review. Let me know what you guys think about the shoe in the comments, what you all thought about the Kyrie 4 compared to the Kyrie 5, and I'm definitely recommending the shoe, all right? But until next time, I'll see you guys. Peace.